Rasta has come to fire the Anlo chiefs who wrote to the Ghana Parliament, giving them a 5-day ultimatum to fish out the MP who called Rawlings a murderer.
Professor Mills and all. Let us, Mr. Speaker, let us focus on their contribution.
Yes, please find me to this channel, kindly subscribe, don't forget to put the bell on post notification. This is the 22 miles hub. Now this video is sponsored by APJ pre-order hub for all your phones, accessories, for all your home appliances, anything where you need for this world inside. Please order for APJ pre-order hub. The number is below the screen. Pick it, call them, and strike a deal with them at an affordable rate. All right. So according to Blakk Rasta, he's telling the Anlo chiefs that the energy where they take write that petition to the Ghana Parliament for them to fish out the person who calls Senator Rawlings a murderer, is called his father a murderer. They use that same energy to address the unemployment rate in Anlo and some of the problem that the Anlo people are facing. Because for him, he sees nothing wrong with what that MP said. Because yes, Rawlings is a murderer, stating some of the crimes that Rawlings committed, some of the people that died under the hands of Rawlings. For him, he sees nothing wrong with what that guy said.
Now, why are Anlo chiefs interested in this matter? There's a lot of unemployment in Anlo. There's a lot of flooding in Anlo. They have a lot of problems in the area, yet they are interested in this matter. Let's ask ourselves, why are they interested in this matter? It's so clear. You know it and I know it. Rawlings was an Ewe man. That probably is the reason the Anlo chiefs are very interested in knowing the identity of this person who has meted out this disparaging remark in their own words. But please, let us look at this thing clearly. Rawlings was an Ewe man and a Scottish man. We are expecting that the Scottish people would also come out and say that they are interested in knowing the identity of this lawmaker who uttered those disparaging remarks. My brother, my sister, it looks like in our country, tribal sentiments most of the time are very, very sensitive. We have to be very careful what we say. We must be extra careful what we don't say. My brother, my sister, can I now tackle this issue? Let us go into it and look at it carefully. Now, Anlo chiefs have decided to give the speaker 4 days to unravel the mystery insulter, in quotes, or else, ... And this revelation would help the next course of action. My brother, my sister, the person who called Senator the daughter of a murderer, was he right or wrong? My brother, my sister, in the days of Rawlings, we suffered terror. Those of you who were not yet born in 1979, we saw horror in this country. People were abducted and killed summarily. We saw judges abducted and set ablaze, my brother, my sister, the mystery of which, my brother, my sister, is still pending in the clouds. Rawlings denied involvement, yet it happened in his regime. In the regime of Rawlings, we saw women in Kajetia market stripped naked and whipped in their vaginas. We saw people abducted and taken to the Gonda barracks and some other such barracks and shaved with blunt instruments and blades. We saw, my brother, my sister, people who were carried away and beaten, most of whom we were told were dead, and carried all the way to the morgue at 37. One of them finally survived. He went on to move into exile and later came back into this country to become a minister of energy. Do we all remember this person? It was all in the days of Rawlings. Can we run away from the heinous crimes of Rawlings in his regime from 1979? The several murders and bloodshed. And even at the time, Ghanaians were asking Rawlings to let more blood flow. How do you let blood flow when you don't murder people? Rawlings was a murderer. It's the truth. What are you running away from? So when people die, when murderers die, they all of a sudden become saints? Is that what you are saying? Because we live in a country where Atayi all of a sudden will become Saint Atayi because he's dead. Say no bad thing about the dead. That is your motto. Until we start to shame the dead, like they did in Belgium when Leopold II died and they threw his dead body right in the middle of the street for people to hoot at and spit at. My brother, my sister, crime and foolishness will never ever stop in this country. Rawlings was a murderer, my brother. When the elections came, listen attentively, and listen, people were killed in the reign of Nana Akufo-Addo. What did we say? That Nana Akufo-Addo murdered some people during the elections. Mahama says when he comes into power, he would institute an investigation into it, and he started already. My brother, my sister, who do we say killed the people? They said Nana Akufo-Addo did because it was his regime. Rawlings was a soldier who went into a bloody coup d'etat. Bloody coup d'etat. Shot and killed many in order to gain power. Should we give him a bouquet of flowers for the coup d'etat that saw the lives of many go down the drain? Was he a saint? Was Rawlings a prophet? Have we so soon forgotten our history? The bloodiest coup d'etat that ever happened in this nation was instituted by Rawlings. He killed many in order to become leader of this nation. Is that not a murderer? So I am wondering why there's so much noise, and the coward MP who also mentioned it and cannot own up and come out and say, hey, I said it and these are my reasons for saying that. That is the most cowardly, more cowardly than Baumia. If I had the opportunity to stand before these chiefs, I will honorably ask them to tell me how you would define or call a man who murdered many in order to become leader, in whose regime innocent judges were carried out, including a woman killed and set ablaze at Bondazi. Why can't we speak the truth anymore? What is wrong with us? Zenator is the daughter of a murderer. That is correct. But does that make her a murderess? No. She cannot inherit the crimes of her father. Do we understand that? But that does not mean she is not a daughter of a murderer. She is.
Blakk Rasta has a point, and what he's saying is true. Yes, J.J. Rawlings was a murderer. We didn't come to witness it, but the documentaries are out there with some facts stating some of the crimes that J.J. Rawlings committed under his regime, and some of the people that died under J.J. Rawlings' regime that has his hands in it. I think that your parents has also told you some of the things that happened under J.J. Rawlings. So yes, even though he's dead and gone, you won't take that thing away from him. But what is the rationale behind why that MP chose to bring an innocent lady into that conversation? They were having a debate on why the MPP people, had a debate, brought up a reason why they should make JB Dankwa a hero, stating some of his achievements and contribution to Ghana and Parliament as a whole. And I think the NDC people also stood up to banter, and that was the back and forth. And that was the reason why an MP from the MPP side chose to alter such word to, you know, ridicule Zanito, who is innocent, who has no hands in what her father did. So why bring up such sentiment into the public eye where where the whole world is watching? The girl is innocent. If his father is alive, will you be able to stand in front of him and tell him the same thing? Why not go and say that same thing to the dead? You are calling someone a daughter of a murderer. Is that the only thing you know him for? Is that the only thing you can call him for? So I think say yes, Blakk Rasta has a point. But let's not also forget that there are certain things you can't just come outside and say it. Especially tagging people who are innocent. This is the same reason why we are suffering for what our forefathers did in the past. They've had some tribal wars here and there. We are the one bearing the repercussions. Now someone can just tag you and, you know, say all sort of stereotype things about you just because your forefathers did this and that. It's about time we stop that thing and bring some decency into our parliament. If an whole MP is able to say that nonsense, I think say it's crazy, it's mad. We shouldn't forget about that thing too. This is the 22 miles. If you're new to this channel, please like, subscribe, don't forget to put the bell on, post notification, share it to other people, and don't forget to come back for more videos and exciting content like this. Peace out.